Hey guys, happy Friday. Um, just wanted to talk about Forrest and how much I absolutely hate this guy Draugnell. This is the dude that basically freezes and provokes and all that fun stuff. If you don't have an HP burner, what do I want to rank up here? I'm gonna go speed. Always go speed, right? If if you don't have an HP burner going super fast, like basically you're an uphill battle. So here, like I just wanted to use like this is my fourth spot is kind of dumb. Uh, basically just a damage dealer, but ideally you want to have a cleanser of some sort as well as a reviver just in case. So I got Marichka there. I my Aphitis is 237, so he's kind of slow, but my R bias is a lot faster. So at 413, I have her going first, tossing in the burns, and there we go. What I could do this again since it's a freebie. I just want to test out Empress here. But this dude sucks. If your pulls don't go well, then you're stuck in this never-ending um, basically never-ending loop of just suckitude, and it really sucks. So like here, I'm cleansing with Mithrala because it's neat. I need to. I'm extending my HP burn with a Fitus, and now what I want to get into here, I want to see about the damage here. I don't have a decreased defense that I would have with a Fitus because he is Gonzo, and that is something I did enjoy with Furad is that I had black debuffs. If you could get it protected, then you are like smooth, you know. So block and debuffs, HP burn, and this one super important. And right now I'm gonna get in this little provoke train because I don't have a cleanser necessarily ready for that. So it kind of sucks. And now we're basically going back in circles with this until I could maybe get our bias here. So having the HP burn out there just minimizes the reflect damage that he does. So basically, if you want your dudes to live, uh, you know, keep it going. Uh, and there you go. You could have a few different HP burners like I do here. But in all reality, I'm okay with a super fast a Fitus here. I'm sorry, a super fast Arbias. Having a Fitus as backup is nice. He also extends the HP burn, so that really helps out a lot. So it's this is going a lot faster than my previous one, and that's fine. Mithrala's poisons just kind of help. They don't do that much damage, but it definitely helps. I have her in Brimstone, and really that's why I wanted to use her because Brimstone does a lot of damage. So just wanted to toss it out there about how much I love and hate this this boss. He's just like legit. If you don't have a good HP burner in your deck, you're screwed. So the ones that you do have, like I really hope you could get him faster. I want to say he's like here. Let's do a speed test here. So this was at 413. Uh, you're at 206. I would imagine you're a lot faster. You're 350 in Void. Let's toss in my Kieran. 295. Let's see. Is he going to go before my Karen? He is. So he's faster than 295. What about my Mithrala? 276. Empress is going to go slower. What about my Furad? 227. And the reason why I brought him in really was the block debuffs. Because, yeah, block and debuffs is great. So right now we're just trying to find a good speed. We have him over 300 is what I'm clocking him at. So he's faster than Karen. I don't even know how fast my... So let's see if he's faster than 312. And I like the fact that, okay, so if if you bust out an HP burner that's faster than 312, that's great. Ideally HP burn and then followed up by somebody who does block debuffs. Excuse me, would be ideal. Those two in tandem would be great. Uh, yeah, just and that's fine. Uh, and I think that that can make things really really easy. So uh, yeah, speed, some support, HP burn, um, block debuff. So like a Siffy would be cool. A faster Siffy, so faster than 312 and you're set. Hopefully that helps. Forest is awesome. Really digging it. The thing that kind of sucks is I don't really have a dedicated heal reduction, and like my previous video, I talked about how essential Morrigan may be, and I didn't even bring her. Uh, that's what I got. So when we talk about mistakes, I definitely think Karen in here was a mistake, just because sleeps are not going to do too much to a boss, and really that's what I'm fighting. I'm just wanting to fight bosses, so I don't need Karen in here, or Kieran, whatever. I already have two freezers, so I think Gergo was just whatever. I think in all reality, the usefulness of Gergo is going to be the waves. I don't even have them booked, uh, but it was the freeze that I was really wanting to do. But the removing all buffs was really sweet, and he's granting an extra turn. So even though he's not booked, I thought that was, you know, it could have been useful. So with him, that's what I got Mikage for. I try to make it remotely balanced. So a Lazurius, a Mikage, an Empress, as well as an Arbias. You know, just to take away buffs. And I got Theodosia, I got Crixia, like uh, Ramantu. Ramantu is really neat too. But yeah, so just bringing in those dudes have been really helpful. I did want to. I've been trying to cherry pick just a little bit of where I'm going and all that, because there's some uh, mimics that are just super difficult, man. Like, where are you? This one, I just can't. I can't do it. It takes away my big bopper, and I'm kind of screwed. So if I was to have a Morrigan in here or anybody with a heal reduction, then that would be bananas. So until then, I'm just trying to gather as much of those cards, the random weapons, and getting it done. Same thing over here. Like I could use salad and have some fun with that. I just didn't use the energy wisely today, so I think I'll take away Saphirion here, although he does have turn meter. Maybe let's take away Commodus. Let's put him in, and that should be okay in this one. Um, there was no, I took care of that one, but it's okay just to say, hold up, let me strengthen up a little bit, just like in D&D or Pathfinder or any tabletop RPG. Sometimes you reach these bosses that you're just a tick below what you should be doing. So just want to load up as much as I can. I got my cards. Eventually I'm going to grab another spot here And yeah, like I'm not really too happy about this. Like it can't be resisted, but I don't think that works against bosses. So I'm not pressed for that. And then decreasing the enemy's accuracy is nice, but right now I'm really just worried about that mimic and just doing enough damage. So I got that, and then I thought I could show you. Yeah. So I'm really digging this card system, and I'm really pumped for that here that it's temporary. What I'm worried about in the long run is if Plurium decides to do this for the regular game. And I feel that that's going to be, I feel that that's like a late 2026 thing. But I think this is awesome. And I could see them kind of, kind of doing it. And that's cool, but I feel that that's going to like potentially wreck the game, just with all these cards and all that fun stuff. The curios, like I think this is cool separate from what we're doing in the main game. And I'm all for it, like I enjoy these vendors. I don't have enough for large chests, and I'm going to save for that. I really just want to hang on to the squad reshuffles to see what happens. Um, like I want to see what happens later on, and I could maybe just bump that up because right now I'm at 1, right? I am at 1. So on every 8th, 7th, and 6th, I don't need help with the waves. I just need help with the boss. So it's kind of like, do I need to do this? And I've already taken care of most of hard. So this is the big one. And I'm okay with that. So let me take Shattered Spear and put that in my Curio there. So what do I take away? What is this? Enemy defense, that's going to stay in there. Resistance, that's fine. I could take that out. Put in Sphere instead. So this is what I'm working with, and I feel good with it. I get another 300 accuracy. Okay. I definitely was going for accuracy and speed to begin with. Everything else just okay, whatever. The ignore defense is on the legendary card. That's fine. I think we all get that, but definitely going for accuracy and speed. And you really go bananas once you could upgrade. So like once you get those upgrades, man, you're awesome. Um, Overall, really solid. I dig it. I did do a forge or crafting for it, and I'll do another one. Great. uh, really want them to not do that because a demonic effigy really sucks. So what did I get? I got all the way at the bottom. I got the Compass Phenoxia. It's a resistance one. That's fine. Whenever the wearer is under a crowd control debuff, all turn meter fill effects increase the wearer's turn meter by an additional 20%. You know, that's neat. I guess, toss that on like any support champ, I guess. Anybody on your team that's basically a speed enhance, a turn meter enhancer, like that cool. I just don't like the resistance on it. Like they need to be under a crowd control debuff first. So you're giving me resistance to potentially get away from that. Okay. Like so this is basically it's going to be nothing. I'm not going to rank it up or anything like that. Just going to sit. Maybe if I need the stats, I'll bump it up, but most likely not. But anyways, just wanted to chat about about that about that one boss, Durgel, Draugnell. and just basically talk about that. One thing I do want to highlight here, I am, or at least I was, on the global of best teams. Granted, it wasn't that high. It's still top 30. I got 55 mil on that little loot boss, and basically, like, all I need is one lizard man. That's it. I don't need to go full on lizard man, but having a Teox is pretty sweet. So, yeah, 55, almost 56 mil, or yeah, almost 56 million. I'll take it. Number 28, as well as number one of my clan so far. But again, not everyone has got here, yada, yada, yada. Still, top 30. I'm cool with that. So yeah, that is what I got. Um, yeah, boatload of fun. Loving it and enjoying it. Anyways, until next time, take care.